mightyblackman 360. We just came to give you out an announcement that Osama bin Laden is dead. At this talking about bullshit. You motherfuckers been killed that nigga in 2005. Now, let's get to the fucking truth. Are y'all coming home from Iraq? No. Are you coming home from Afghanistan? No. Why? Because there's oil over there and opium over there in Afghanistan. So, this is the next staging of the process. Remember, terrorism was only an ideology that was created in order to put fear in the American people, in order to bring about a negative vibe into the planet, into the world, a vibe of fear and submission. So what's happening now that the weather is doing that job for us now. So there's no more need for bin Laden because you got heart. That's the new bin Laden. You don't have to fucking worry about blowing up nothing. We can kill 3 million people with a tornado or an earthquake or a tsunami or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, where is the body? I want to know why in the hell Benazir Bhutto was murdered for saying that Osama bin Laden was killed by a man named Omar Sharif in 2006. This is the whole purpose why I feel like you've had this guy's body on ice for a long time. But when you got a good thing going, you don't want to stop it. And this is what this is about. Bush knew that this man was killed before his ass got out of the office, but he wanted to keep the Patriot Act and the Homeland Security thing going. So the best thing to do is holler terrorism, bin Laden, terrorism. This is why you always see Republicans like Giuliani and all these other motherfuckers always hollering 9/11, 9/11, terrorism, 9/11. Now what the fuck you motherfuckers gonna holler now? Y'all have no more fight. That's just for the Tea Party reference. Y'all love to holler about Homeland Security and Osama bin Laden. Now, what's going to be your next thing? The truth is that by this brother being a Democrat, they're ushering in the fall of the economy. And with all the shit that's happening in the world, they don't really need bin Laden no more. I mean, they're breaking the country just by paying for natural disasters. You know what I'm saying? Also by, they cutting teachers out of work. They're doing all this stuff, and it's all economic terrorism now. You're scared of your pockets. You're scared of the gas prices. You're scared of your mortgage being shut the fuck down. So who needs bin Laden? See, back then when all that shit was going on, shit was cool. People had money. People can come to people's rescue. Now everybody's broke. People can't come to each other's rescue like that except for natural disaster type stuff. I know there's a lot of you patriotic motherfuckers out there that believe that everything this government says is true. But I'm gonna play a video for you, and I want you to understand that Pakistan been corrupt. This is what Benazir Bhutto is talking about. That Pakistan been corrupt. The United States been knew Omar Sharif's been dead. He had already collected the $25 million and everything else. So let's go to the video, and we're going to play the video in its entirety so that you'll understand that this woman wasn't just talking some gibberish off the top of her head. She was really speaking on some real political issues and what was going on at hand, and she was calling key figures names. So let's listen. Remember, this is you getting this live from mightyblackman 360, May 2nd, 2011. Holla at your boy. They say bin Laden is dead, right? All right, I want y'all to check out. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Video called Benazir Bhutto. So anyway, I had the wrong video on, but bear with me. And we'll be right with you. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to listen to this in its entirety so that you'll understand that
there was one report that said
that
you had arranged to send President Musharraf a letter to be sent in the event of your death by assassination, urging him to investigate certain individuals in his government. Is that true?
Yes, it is true that I wrote to General Musharraf. I received information from General Musharraf that a friendly country had passed on to them.
And you wonder how you thought Obama was going to win the next election?
By a gang
there you have it.
From the Afghan warlord Baitullah Masood, or by Hamza bin Laden, the son of Osama bin Laden, or by the Pakistani Taliban in Islamabad, or by a group in Karachi. So I sent back a letter saying that while these groups may be used, I thought it was more important to go after the people who supported them, who organized them, who could possibly be the financiers or the organizers of the finance.
So time out. She just made and named 3 different terrorist organizations already existing in Pakistan who she was threatened with by the government who said who might come and assassinate her. Let's continue.
For those groups, and I named 3 individuals who I thought were their sympathizers. Now I understand that I could be wrong and my suspicions could be misplaced, but these are the people that I suspect want to stop the restoration of democracy. They want to stop my return because they know in 1993, when Pakistan was on the brink of being declared a terrorist state, I stopped the rise of terrorism, and they know that I can do it again. So I feel that these are the forces that really want to stop not just me, but the democratic process and the will of the people from triumphing.
And in terms of these 3 people that you mentioned, were they members of or associated with the government?
Yes, well, one of them is a very key figure in security. He's a former military officer. He's
just in
someone
case you
that,
don't remember this lady, I'm gonna give you a picture of her right now.
With Jaish
you
Mohammed,
can see
one
that,
of the banned
that's
groups
her.
with Maulana
Benazir
Azhar,
Bhutto.
who was in an Indian jail for decapitating 3 British tourists and 3 American tourists. And he also had dealings with Umar Sheikh, the man who murdered Osama bin Laden. Now I know that...
Stop. Now, there's another CD that says, Bhutto didn't mean to say Osama bin Laden. You know who fucking put that up there, right? Why did she say that so clearly? Omar Sheikh, the man who killed Osama bin Laden. Now let's continue.
Dealings with people does not necessarily mean direct evidence, but I also know that internal security has totally collapsed in Pakistan, and that...
Stop. Internal security has totally collapsed in Pakistan. So that means they don't know what the fuck going on in their own damn country. Now let's go.
Internal security cannot collapse without there being some blind eye, if not collusion, being turned to the rise of the militants and militancy. Not only are our tribal areas out of our control, but even the beautiful valley of Swat is now under takeover by Islamists. So I would like to see a park-led police inquiry assisted by Scotland Yard or the FBI come in, use their forensic and scientific explanation to find out not only the perpetrators, but the financiers and the organizers of this heinous crime that killed 158 innocent people.
Now if you hear that, that's awesome. Now I got another question. Who in the fuck is Tim Osman, aka Bin Laden? Go look up that video. That'll make you shit on yourself. That's the Bin Laden lookalike. That's how you been getting your remix tapes in 07 and 08, is because they had a lookalike. Just like Saddam Hussein had several men with plastic surgery who looked just like him. So remember that the Bush administration and the Bin Laden family had construction deals together for the US government. Remember that Pakistan is the ones, and India are the ones with your jobs. There's shit in the game, people. There's so much shit in the game. I'm not an expert, but I'm not stupid. And I do a lot of research and studying, and I know what I hear when I hear it. And I remember recording this first video saying Bin Laden was dead almost 2-3 years ago, and here they come popping out this clear blue sky talking about they just killed Bin Laden. And then you ain't gonna have no show about it. You motherfuckers ain't got no dead body. I don't care if the nigga face was busted open. You need to show us this motherfucker's face. It's 3,000 some odd people and American citizens in this country that want to see his ass with his head bust open. You gave him a proper burial. Are you fucking kidding me? And when did y'all start letting the military conduct funeral arrangements? So to me, something is very fishy. I'm really believing they're finna usher in some new shit, such as the Real ID Act, because just like they said, oh, now we're worried if any of Bin Laden's followers are going to react or act an ass now that he's dead. So that means they're finna do some shit. And they're going to try to blame it on Bin Laden's upset followers and shit like that. You know, my whole thing is America is no threat to, America's not in danger of no one. We are surrounded by 2 oceans. Half of the fucking world don't even have an air force. How in the fuck are they gonna fuck with us? All the armies who have the ability to kick our ass, we don't talk to. We go in and say we're gonna have diplomacy. But when it comes to these civilian motherfucking farmers growing opium and poppy in their fucking lands, you over there shooting them at random and killing them at will when the fuck you feel like it. The Taliban ain't done shit to Americans. Not one I never met a Taliban motherfucker. Now, you know, I'm just trying to figure out what's really going on, man. If you people are still scared, you shouldn't be. Because it's quite obvious that this is a little boy who cried wolf game. And they gonna keep fucking crying and this shit gonna really happen and ain't nobody gonna really believe this motherfucking shit for real when it really does happen. So with the ploys going on and with the stuff that's happening in the world today, keep your eyes peeled. Oh yeah, and by the way, fuck the royal wedding again. Because if we want our independence from fucking Britain, why the fuck are we paying so much goddamn attention to fucking the Queen Elizabeth and goddamn her goddamn son getting married to his 12th fucking cousin and shit? This is supposed to be an independent nation. The United States is supposed to be ran by Britain. But since we use the same colors as Britain, we pay taxes to the fucking Queen. Evidently, we still are under the Queen and King's rulership. So with that being said, I'm going to give y'all a big peace out. Yeah, NATO's still getting their ass kicked. They done killed Gaddafi's fucking son. They showed you that shit real quick, didn't they? They showed you how they just dropped the bomb on some shit real fast in live time. So why it took us all night from 10:30 last night all the way to this morning just to see the first shots of the compound. See the first shots of this, that, and other. They could have busted motherfucker. They could have pulled blood in that room. Ooh, blood. What they fucking do? I want to see the body. I want to see the live videotape of Osama bin Laden shooting back, fighting back. They shoot him in his face. They stand over him. They cuff him. They turn him over and say, that's him. I want to see that live. Just like y'all motherfuckers did it. Why is it so private? It wasn't private when they flew them fucking planes over here. Y'all put that shit on TV. It wasn't private for all the memorial services and shit that they have for all these people in America. So let's get real here. They hiding this shit. They don't want you to see this man's body because there ain't none. Or if it is one, it's been on ice for damn near 7 years. And these motherfuckers have been holding his body for this day so they can act like they done stopped some shit. They been killed that motherfucker. And it wasn't them who killed him. There's another Arab in the country who was paid money because there's a fucking bounty on his head. You tell me if we living in America and there's a motherfucker put a $25 million bounty on your fucking head, your goddamn grandma kill you, man. Let's get it real. Shalom alaikum. Let everybody think that has breath praise Yahweh and his son Yahweh ben Yahweh. Let's go.